guys, so you all are hearing once again my annoying way of talking. But anyway, I wanted to say thanks because we reached the 2,000 of followers. Wow, so many are now in our family. And now the gold question. Has the Leslie asked prepare something this time? Yeah, I had. I made another guide. This one isn't going to be as long as the Joseph one because, well, I don't really have much to say about the hunter. Do not let happen the same thing as the 1,500 special, which should have been the 1,000 special. I started writing this in the times I had breaks between my exams when we were around 1,900 followers, more or less. So let's get it started. The hunter whose guide I made now is Antonio! Yeah, I decided to go for my second main now. I have been maining Antonio for around 2 years. I have kinda practice, I think, even if there are days that I fail all of my notes. So, do not start yapping about random things, let's start now. First of all, I am gonna talk about my opinion of this hunter after all of this time playing him. Antonio, obviously, is very different from Joseph. While Joseph is a hunter basically per strategy, Antonio is a hunter more specializing in chasing. I don't know exactly, but he has an average moving speed, but he doesn't have any secondary skills that allows him to move faster unless you have teleport. This which makes him a hunter not that strong for big and especially open maps if you aren't that experienced. Later, we will talk about this more. Playstyle! Now, starting with the match. If you are in quick match, the spawn points are randomly, obviously. If you know the spawn points, then nice for you, bro. If you don't, well, work till you find someone. In my opinion, I don't think it really affects which survival you go to first. The difficulty might be more or less depending on how, where, and how many practice you have placing the first notes. Remember that at the beginning of the match you don't have the first skill, and this might make it more difficult to pass through complex places with pallets like this in our factory and in every sleeping town. After you find the first survivor, since you are watching this, I guess that you aren't as expert at using Antonio. So, at first I do not recommend starting to use the notes like this. This can be quite difficult at the beginning to start with, since you probably don't control the time where the note will hit. Since obviously, the more far away from you put the second note, the more time it will take to hit. After Antonio's move, the time the note takes to hit is a slight little bit less, which makes the work easier. My recommendation is to start using the notes vertically like this. In my opinion, I think this is way easier. Especially, you can practice the notes aim in closer place, such as house, behind pallets, jumping the window, and etc. By using the notes vertically, the time which the string of the notes appear is pretty much shorter if you just tap quickly the keyboard. Now, if you want some guidance about more horizontally position of the notes, you have to pay very much attention. When the survivor is in movement, you put the second note at a fixed distance ahead from the survivor, which if timed good, the string will for sure hit the survivor. But be careful, because real survivors, the real players, will have less predictable movements. In the last moments, they can either change their way or just get out of the string's hitting note. First skill. Okay, now we have the first skill unlocked. Probably the more newer or not that newer Antonio players just use this skill when chasing the survivor to slow them down, or when there is a chair survivor. And this is good, I swear. This skill slows down the survivors and can also be used to know where a survivor can be in case this pops up. Which means that a flying note hit a survivor. But this skill can also have more uses. Let's see if I can explain myself well. You all know that when a hunter attacks, there is a small stop. Well, when using Antonio's first skill, that small stop for Antonio isn't there. I use this to my advantage, so I can slide through pallets or have more chances of hitting or even terror shock when they are vaulting or rescuing. But in the rescue case, I prefer doing other thing. That comes up when the second person's skill is on. Second skill. The best and the most powerful skill of Antonio. In my opinion, if you get the second press skill early, there are great chances that you can at least get a tie. When the perpetual motion is on, you can do various notes position, but also be intelligent with what you do. Don't just put randomly the notes as soon as the second person's skill is on. My personal recommendation about how to use them and more specifically when to use them are these. Horizontally. Vertically. I think the horizontal way is harder because as I said before, you can control good the timing if you are new with Antonio. Against rescuers, when the countdown in the rocket chain is about to reach the half and the rescuer is threatened to, rescue the survivor, I like to put the notes like this, so I can prepare to use propulsion motion, and the rescuers usually get scared when rescuing against a full presence Antonio, yet they probably will try to deceive you, so you use propulsion motion early. Please pay attention, this can be a really tense situation. In the end, propulsion motion can be used in many positions. Use it wistfully, and you will be able to even control where the survivors go. Build! I don't really have a recommendation for a specific build for this man. I am not a veteran with Antonio, so I can just say a few things. Firstly, that he needs the tension, and I recommend Trunker as well, so you can change your skill, obviously. I mean, if you are super duper ultra mega code level hunter, then go with no detention. Also, I think that Antonio doesn't need the skill I told you all that Joseph should have always on. I think that he should have skills more related to moving around and locating. Maybe you can put on one egg order or the 2 levels of breaking the pallets, things like that. Still, I let here the boy always use as Antonio. Traits. Here, there is a pretty wide range of what to use or you can use. I think personally that Teleport, Blink, and Pepper are the best options here, I think. Blink! The one I always use, since at the beginning of the match you have all your notes, it can help a lot in my opinion, since you can hit a survivor with the notes and then blink and poof, get the first person skill. Peepers! Well, maybe you all know about this, but Antonio plus Peepers is a natural choice. I actually used this for a very long time when playing him, and it worked. They helped me somehow in multiple occasions. Basically helping me locating the survivors, and plus using the first person skill, they were very much slowed down. Sadly, as I ranked up, I had to change to Blink, since I needed some help with getting the first down in match. Still, I think that Peeper plus Antonio is a good combination. Teleport! Well. Having teleport since the beginning of the match can be quite a double-edged sword. In big maps, it is a great help, but still you may do a bad chasing and the survivors might try to recruit you and you then get the defeat. I think teleport might be a good choice for experienced hunters using Antonio when playing him in maps where he is more weak. But in small maps, I think it isn't that necessary. But anyway, as always, you can change to teleport or warp at the endgame. Rank. Spawn points and I don't know, rank things. To end this, I will end this video with the topic of ranked. Well, in my opinion, I think that you don't really have to know a specific spawn point for this man, but obviously you don't have to appear 1,000 kilometers away from the survivors, obviously. Please. About map choices, as I said at the beginning, Antonio isn't a hunter that strong in big and open maps, basically because he doesn't have any secondary skills that allows him to move faster, like in fact for example. so he really can cover all of the map quickly unless you have warp or teleport. So from the times I played, I think using him in maps such as Mulberry Park and Sleeping Town and Chinatown can give you a difficult time. And personally, I prefer using him in smaller maps such as Satisfactory, the Red Shards, things like that, you know. So that's all. Here the truth of the special video ends. I know that I am not a veteran as Antonio and that my advice cannot be the best, but I hope that this can help other players to start with him or have an idea of how to use him. Again, thank you all very much for all of the support. I really appreciate it. So good luck in the next match. May all of the wins be for you all and see you guys in next videos.